So, interestingly, much of the work that's been done in Muslim communities is from a defensive perspective. So, a lot of the work that's been done in some of the Muslim think tanks, Muslim organizations, Muslim charities, because we feel like a community that's got our back up against the wall, we spend a lot of time talking about how we need to be treated equally, and that is a really important place to be. What I'm asking the Muslim community, however, is to go beyond that. And what can you do to look at the big challenges that we face in Britain, and how are you as a community the answer to that? To repurpose a phrase for better use, I would say British Muslims have the potential to make Britain great again. So how do we actually step out and say there are huge challenges with loneliness, with homelessness, with hunger, with the cost of living? How can we as a community provide the answer to some of these big problems, not for Muslim communities, but for the whole of our country? And one of the programs, for example, that we're looking at the moment is there's a very famous hadith that you are responsible for your community, 40 to your left, 40 to your right. And when it talks about those 40 people, it doesn't say whether they should be Muslim or not, it's your community, it's where you live. And we're looking at this thing called Project 2040, where we're basically saying that every young person who's born in the Muslim community should be raised to understand the concept of responsible for 40 to your left and 40 to your right. And that we should effectively be the community at a time where this nation is being fractured. We should be the community builders, because our faith requires us to do that. So I think that increasingly those are the kind of projects that we need to look at, and we need to, rather at a time when we feel we are backed up in a corner, to push out and say, I am going to be part of the answer, not for my community, but actually for my country.